Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
According to an image that has been making its way around the internet, Bungie has big plans for Destiny in 2015. The photo in question was allegedly taken during an internal Bungie meeting and offers a glimpse at Destiny's future expansion packs. If the blurry image is to be believed, the previously announced DLC House of Wolves will launch on March 10th, with an unannounced expansion titled Comet Plague of Darkness is set for September. According to the image, Comet Plague of Darkness will feature new subclasses, weapon types, PvP maps, story missions, and locations, and might be large enough to be available on a disc as well, judging by the PlayStation 4 box art in the photo. Two seemingly smaller DLC packs titled The Vex and Forge of the Gods could be in the works as well. I'm looking at this image, this little blurred image of the possible expansions. I have no issue with it. I have no issues that these are going to be the expansions that are expected for Destiny. I mean, originally they were supposed to have enough content to last 10 years, even though apparently Bungie wants to go ahead and start working on the second one, which is a bit weird considering that they wanted to wait 10 years. On this image, we see the Dark Below, which is the first expansion. We see the second expansion, which is the, House of Wolves? And this Comet Plague of Darkness. I know it's possible that they could release an add-on DLC expansion that could be massive enough to actually be also on a disc release. But for me personally, I would hope and beg Bungie to at least hold any additional disc releases for like a complete Game of the Year edition. Because I hate how some people do these additional add-on DLC retail releases, and then later on it's like, oh, guess what, we're dipping into it again later on for another so-called Game of the Year edition, as long as it doesn't end up like the BS with Borderlands 2 Game of the Year edition, which they released apparently before their last 3 DLC things came out. So it wasn't really a complete edition, which 2K Games should get back onto that. Now these last two, which were labeled The Vex and Forge of the Gods, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if these are 2 additional expansions set for later on. I mean, as long as they release additional content to actually keep the players playing. That's one good thing that they need to do. Because last I checked, there was a lot of people abandoning Destiny. They need to do something to keep them attached to the game. And so far they've been able to do that with some of the content that they released, especially with the Dark Below.